we can model subtraction in a lot of different ways, but a couple of common ones are the takeaway model. So the takeaway model views subtraction as a second set of objects being taken away from an original set. Now this kind of mirrors problems in addition where we are adding to. So if we have an original amount and we add to it, we can mirror that with subtraction and it's taking away. Another way we could think about subtraction is with a number line model. Subtraction is represented by moving left on the number line a given number of units. We might also have a missing addend model. So remember, addend means if I were adding A plus B together to get C, then A and B are the addends and C is the sum. Missing addend is where I say maybe I have 10 blocks and Sally has some blocks. Together we have 18 blocks. How many blocks did Sally have? So one of the addends is missing. So actually to solve that problem, we would subtract 10 from 18 to get Sally's total blocks. So if we want to model these with visuals, the takeaway model, we might have a set of 8 blocks and we have 3 that we are going to take away. This would be 5 blocks left, 8 subtracting 3, 8 minus 3. The measurement or number line model would say, all right, I have 5 total and then I'm going to take away 3, so I'm going to subtract 1, 2, 3 backwards on the number line, and the length that's left of 5 after I've removed 3 is our difference, 5 minus 3. And I can see on the number line that's going to yield a difference of 2. The missing addend model, so this could be the number of blocks that must be added to 3 in order to get 8. So if I have the subtraction problem 8 minus 3, I might think to myself, okay, what plus 3 gives me 8? How many more do I need from 3 to get to 8? We might also say, okay, here's a set and here's another set. How many need to be in this set in order to get the whole union of the sets to have a cardinality 8? So I have 3. I know the sum is 8. What's the difference between 8 and 3? I need to add to 3 5 to get a total of 8. So if we defined definition of subtraction of whole numbers, we need for whole numbers, remember all whole numbers are positive, we need A to be larger or equal to B. And so A minus B is defined to be the unique whole number C such that B plus C gives us the sum A. So we're going to have an inverse relationship between the subtraction and addition. Another model for thinking about subtraction is the comparison model. So instead of adding to or taking from, we might be comparing 2 sets. So Juan has 8 blocks and Susan has 3 blocks. How many more blocks does Juan have than Susan? So in this case, I could say, okay, well, Susan's blocks are 3, Juan has 5 more. Similarly, we could phrase this question as how many fewer blocks does Susan have than Juan? And it would be 5 fewer. And so this is a comparison problem for the equation 8 minus 3 equals 5. We have properties of subtraction similar to those of addition. However, we have to be careful because a lot of things change when we start subtracting instead of adding. If A is less than B, then A minus B is not meaningful in the set of whole numbers because we would have to have a negative value if we're going to take away a set that's larger from a set that's smaller. So the whole numbers are not closed under subtraction because we're not going to get another whole number when we subtract any two whole numbers. So for example, 10 minus 15 would give me -5, but -5 is not a whole number. So the whole numbers are not closed under subtraction like they are under addition. We can also introduce some very basic algebraic principles using number sentences and symbols with addition and subtraction. So if I have a number sentence like 9 plus 5 equals sun, or I could say 12 minus rhombus equals 4. So we can determine the values of the sun and rhombus that would make these number sentences true. So for example, if sun was equal to 10, then 9 plus 5 equals sun would be false. But if rhombus was equal to 8, then 12 minus rhombus equals 4 would be true. If the value that's used makes the equation true, then we call it a solution to the equation. So 8 is a solution to the equation 12 minus rhombus equals 4. The solution to the equation 9 plus 5 equals sun would be 15.